All right, so it's Fright Night with Ferocious Fee, and we have Cypher here, and Presto, and Fuzzy. And we have interesting things that happen, right, guys? Who wants to go first?
And that was the fourth time I got crabs. All right. Wait. Oh, we're live? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Good evening. It's good to be hanging out with you guys again. Chat. Good to see some familiar names already dropping in here. Yeah, this should be an interesting episode. I'll be very curious as to where we all land on the spectrum for rating this one. But good to be hanging out with you guys. And yeah, let's do this.
All right, Presto.
It's good to be back. I missed last week. Took the wife to the beach. She's been bugging me for 10 years to go to the beach, so finally caved. We went to Wildwood, New Jersey, and if you live on the East Coast, like Wildwood was underwater from the hurricane, even though it wasn't even by us. So what a difference a week can make. Went to Monster Mania last week and was down in Philly for a concert last night. So been a little busy. But good to be back to discuss a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Fuzzy.
Yeah. As we were talking about, like behind the scenes, we went on a little of a last minute adventure to film a movie with some friends and stuff, and we'll discuss the details, I guess, closer to the release of that picture. But it was strange, and I'm pretty sure there are some people in Jersey looking at the news to see if there was any listings of homicides or weird after dark park activities. But yeah, glad to be here. We got interesting movie to cover and talk about its the original, possibly even versus the remake and stuff like that. But yeah, this should be a good episode tonight.
Yeah, so I can tell you that what we can tell you about what we did was number one, Cherry Hill Doubletree, their rooms are freezing. Like, I don't know what happened, but we put that thing was on 72 and it felt like it was in the 60s. We hiked that thing up to 85 and it still felt like it was in the 60s. So I don't know what's going on with Cherry Hill. They have issues sometimes, but heat is usually the issue. So, but besides that, we decided we were going to go to a local park, hijinks and chaos. And yes, yeah, I walked around the hotel with fake blood on my shirt, and a lot of people stared at me.
Just happened to be during like a church convention, you know.
Oh yeah, that too. It happened to be during a church convention.
It's the best time to do it.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. But one of the guys came in splattered with blood. So yeah, I'm sure he got even better looks than I did.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was impromptu. It was kind of like an all call on Facebook, and Ron, if you guys remember Ronald Black and Chris Ave from Black Ave Films, they were the ones who were like, "Hey, if anybody's in the area." And of course, Fuzzy's still gonna be mad at me for a couple days, but he'll get over it eventually, right, Fuzzy?
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
We'll see.
We'll see. I gotta butter him up some more. Did you see my comment, Fuzzy? I don't know if you heard that noise.
That's probably the cats.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Mm-hmm. They're
Our
all
cats.
out and about, so I'm hoping they're not playing tag under the door with
Well, I have Foamy. He's being good.
Murphy. So
Yeah, that's true. So, we are doing the original. Somebody already asked. We are doing the original. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This was a request. I gotta see who the request, and I will look that up. But yeah. So my first question is that was this a new one for anybody, or is this a rewatch?
Oh, this is definitely a rewatch. This was one of the ones that I first watched when I started getting into horror movies.
This was a rewatch. However, I'm not going to get much credit for that because this was a rewatch from me originally watching it about 8 months ago for the first time.
Ooh.
Or no, sorry, maybe like 10 months, 10 or 11.
Oh, so much better.
It was right around I forget the exact date, but it was right around when the video game came out because there was a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game that came out from Gun Media. And
Yeah, that was
so I was like, I should probably watch this before I play that game.
Yeah, that game was pretty weak.
You didn't even play it.
I own it.
Uh-huh.
I'll send you a picture. It came with a poster.
Whatever.
Did anyone see the new Halloween video game coming out?
Yes.
Oh, how good does that look? I'm going to buy a PS5 just to play that.
How about you get an Xbox so you can come hang out with us?
Yeah, I'm good.
Hop in, loser.
So let's discuss Fuzzy. Was this a rewatch or no? Did we lose
He's
him?
disappointed. He's disappointed because I never watched it prior until the game came out. He's shunning me right now. I get it. It's fine.
I think he's shunning everybody. What happened? Where'd he go? Let's see if he has.
Oh,
No.
I'm up here talking to myself, not realizing I'm on mute. Yeah. This already on a good note. No, this was a rewatch for me. But my memory is a bit fuzzy on how long ago I watched it because I misremembered that this thing was in either black and white or ended in black and white because somehow I remember Leatherface just dancing at the end around the truck with the chainsaw in black and white, but maybe it's not a nightmare, but like a weird dream. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, this was a rewatch. Yeah, I don't know if I watched it decades ago and then watched it I think me and the wife watched it again about a year or so, or within the past year as well. But like I said, I could have sworn parts of it were in black and white. I don't know why, but yeah, bad memories.
So we went to the drive-in when they had the Mahoning drive-in where they had the dueling chainsaws, where you had Ash, the Evil Dead series, along with the Chainsaw Massacre series, and it was 2 days, and that's when he watched it, and he was able to stay up for a couple of them, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that.
It does get pretty late, so I'll give them a pass there. I mean, it is a drive-in, so it doesn't start till it gets dark. So to finish 2 of them, even if that's pretty good in my eyes.
Yeah, especially when you get up there in age. We're getting up there, so afternoon naps and such. But
I'm forever 30, so I don't know where you get this idea that I'm up there.
Okay.
You're a rough 30.
So you could probably tell this is not a rewatch. I mean, this is definitely a rewatch for me, and probably several times. Yeah, I lost count, to be honest with you. So Fuzzy's sitting there, and he's like, okay, cue it up right after my podcast, and we'll watch it. And I'm like, but I've already watched it. And he's like, no, you're gonna watch it with me. So I had to put my phone away, guys. I couldn't even look at my phone. I wasn't even supposed to.
As you should.
Good.
And then he falls asleep.
That's also fair.
Well, it's your fault for dragging me to last minute filming when that wasn't in the cards at all this week. So
I
yeah.
don't know what to tell you. I wanted to go filming. I wanted to die. I wanted to go die again. Hey, you guys live.
As I should. I should have left your ass behind earlier. No.
Nice.
Shit. Now the truth comes out. If Fuzzy was the one at the end of this movie in the truck, he would have been like, "Nah, I'm not going to pick you up. I'm just bolting. leave your ass here with the maniacs. You just go ahead and stay."
Yeah,
all right, since a lot of people have already watched this, and you got to watch it anyway because there are a lot of good traditional kills in this thing. This thing, the original Texas Chainsaw movie, just like Friday the 13th, set in place all of these kills that we base our future kills on. So, at the end where the truck driver stops for her, this real big truck driver, big truck, Mack truck, stops for her. And she jumps into the back of somebody else's farm truck and leaves him there. And he's got to run away from Leatherface. Like, what is up with that? He stopped for her. You know how hard it is to stop a big truck like that in the middle of nowhere on a dime like he did? That was so, I don't know.
Well, Scarface, or Birthmark Face, learned the hard way.
Well,
so,
yeah,
Scarface.
I can't say Scarface. That's totally different. Yeah, I just thought that was wrong.
Well, hey, he stomped out too. Like when he pulled her in there and the guy is trying to chainsaw the door. If it doesn't go through, just start that thing back up and go. I mean, if he's not cutting tires, then you're good. And even if he is cutting tires, that thing could make it a few miles down the road away from him.
True.
Possibly to a police station kind of thing. But they both, for whatever reason, thought, hey, it's a great idea for us to hop out the other side. Both of them did. So it's not like, she's fully the blame. I mean, yeah, she's the blame for him to stop him. But hey, if I was a truck driver, I would like, you know what? I'm starting this up. We're getting the F up out of here, and he can hopefully fall under these trailer wheels on my way out, kind of thing. But,
so
yeah.
How long does it start? How long does it take to start a truck?
Well, maybe in a panic, it could take quite a few seconds, 10 or 12 seconds. But hey, when he's scraping the door and it's not coming through, that's enough time for me to, I would say, continue with the what do you call him? Especially if he's not climbing up on the side of the truck.
So, first impressions. Who wants to go first?
Shit is old. It was part of my impressions. The first time I saw this, they had not brought out a 4K upgrade for it yet, and so it still looked okay. But man, it made a difference going from that to the 4K version. Even when I just watched it, I always forget just how much better some of those 4K remasters can be. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was one of the first things. Like I was like, God damn, I felt like I was channeling Fuzzy on first impressions, because I was like, man, this is slow, this is old, I want to yell at everyone. that was how I was feeling to start off with. Yeah, I don't know. And like a lot of other movies, I have no idea how this one just completely missed my radar over the years. It just did. So getting to it now is kind of a weird thing on its own, just because of how much different it is compared to most horror nowadays. So yeah, just right off the bat, even watching a trailer for this thing, when you go back and you watch, just the overall feel and vibe for me was so much different.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with my first impressions. Like, yeah, there was some oldness and slowness to this, as Cipher said, but I don't know. I guess even though I was born in the '70s, trying to think of the '70s mindset with picking up hitchhikers, I don't know, like that. I think that's probably the biggest thing that's growing up in New York, the hard thing for me to wrap my mind around, kind of deal. But it fit the bill for more of that classic style. Oh, these are just a bunch of teenagers on an adventure, almost like the polar opposite of Scooby Doo kind of deal. Everybody loaded up in a van, and instead of solving a mystery, you wind up being part of the mystery kind of deal. But yeah, it classic, setup, young people going across the country and doing crazy things like picking up hitchhikers. But then again, for that time period, I guess it was a normal thing. But yeah, not a bad start to it kind of deal.
Presto.
I now that I'm actually thinking about it, I think I saw the 2003 version first with Jessica Biel. So
Mhm.
after I saw that one, I was like, "Oh wow, like I got to go back and watch all these other ones." So obviously '03 versus '70s, a lot changed. The movie production, special effects, like more current. But I didn't think the original one dragged on as much as you guys did. Like I'm usually a guy that needs like action nonstop and something to engage me, but like this one I didn't feel like was like super slow. Like I felt like it was telling the story
Mhm.
and it was important to the movie and doing the character development, and then, you know, decide if you feel bad for some of them dying or not. So, and
Mhm.
then after I watched this one, I watched the other, basically all the other ones, and I think four is the one people don't talk about. I think that's with Renee Zellweger and Matthew McConaughey.
Yes.
Yeah, that one like is really weird. Doesn't
Yes.
really flow with any of the other ones. I think Leatherface was like a cross dresser in that one.
Yes.
It was a weird one, but I enjoy this franchise. It's kind of like any of the movies nowadays, like even the Halloweens and stuff. Like the OGs, they're just good, solid movies, and now it seems like everything has to just be gory and like blood everywhere and disgusting. Like the new one that went to straight to Netflix, I think during COVID, like that one had some brutal kills, but that one got a lot of hate and it wasn't that good at all.
Yeah.
So with well, Texas Chainsaw Massacre was one of my first. And that's probably one of the reasons why I'm not really into like Scream or I Know What You Did Last Summer and stuff like that, is because I grew up on the starter series. Friday the 13th, Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Evil Dead. Like these were what everything else has been based on, whether I like it or not. So this, of course, when it came out, yeah, it does have a grindhouse feel to it because they had a very low budget. If for those that know some of the history, this is not new, but yes, that's John Larroquette's voice, the guy that played the scummy lawyer in Night Court. And yes, they offered him weed as payment, which he turned down. you know, um, this was supposed to be just, his uh what is it how you pronounce his name again? I don't want to get it wrong, but Toby, we'll go with Toby. Um, it was his kind of, independent film. I'm gonna make a movie and, F these mainstream people that won't let me in to their gatekeeping. So it was great. Everybody loved it, became a cult classic. They have these deaths. Of course, you have the girl that decides that she's going to run through the thicket. Oh, all this wide open space to run through, but she's going to run through the trees. And she's going to get her hair stuck. And she's going to fall down. You have all of that. It's all classic. So when I originally watched this, I was a young girl. Let's get over it. My mom my mom was a nurse, and she was a single mom, and my dad wasn't around. I had to do something, so TV was my babysitter. And this is what I watched because we had HBO. So yeah. And my brother wasn't any much help because he's like, "Yeah, let's watch it." And he was older, so, But no, I love this film, and um I my original impression is the same that I have now. It's a great film. I really like it. It's got a lot of plot holes, which is classic, and it makes it fun. So, let's talk about some of these plot holes. Let's talk about the first one. Okay, as Fuzzy mentioned, it is the 70s, but we all kind of know during the 70s that there were missing people. And unless you were a female, most of the time you didn't get really picked up unless you were in a small town. If you were in a small town and people knew you, they'd pick you up. But in general, a complete stranger that looks really, really weird on the side of the road, they're probably getting passed up. So that's the first plot hole. So what did you all think about the first plot hole? The guy with the scar.
I think just in general, I don't want to pick up hitchhikers. And so, like, this is definitely not one of those movies to make me think, I'll give them a chance. This would be a good thing if I pick this person up. We won't dive into it on here just because it's a long story and I probably don't want record of it. But there was a hitchhiking occurrence with me years ago that spooked me to a point where I was like, no, I'm good. I don't care if it's my dad and he's on the side of the road and I know that it's him. I'm not going to chance it. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that. But hitchhiking's bad. Okay. Like, I think we can all agree. Like, I don't care if it's someone that I know or not. I'm just gonna be like, oh, you were over there? I didn't see you on the side of the road. That's weird. Because I just don't trust people anymore.
Fuzz? Yeah. For me, like growing up in New York, hitchhiking was never something that would come across the mind. Like all the times of going on road trips with my dad to visit family out in Riverhead or anything like that. Yeah. Never once even thought about picking up a hitchhiker kind of thing. I would say our closest thing to ever picking up a hitchhiker was when we let Jehovah's Witnesses in. Well, actually, it was my grandmother that let them in, and then they got trapped in the bathroom. Whole different story. But that was like about the closest where we would let somebody in the house that we didn't necessarily know, or in a car kind of thing. Like it just was never a thought. I mean, New York, everybody has their personal space, their bubble or whatever that don't dare enter into that circle kind of thing. And traffic in New York and driving on the highway in New York is already a bit of a fight, the way traffic moves and stuff. So yeah, a hitchhiker on the side of the road, they better be lucky that they don't get sideswiped, or they better have bumpers on or something like that on the side of the road, the way some people in New York drive. But yeah, I like I said, I can't wrap my mind around picking up a hitchhiker. Now, do I know it happened? Sure. Did my parents warn me about, like, don't talk to strangers, watch out for vans? Because, growing up in the 80s, I remember hearing about the kids in Atlanta and various other, kids on milk carton kind of things. And yeah, it'll always be something that it's like, yeah, how did people think that this would be a good idea? Like, I don't know people, but I'm going to have them, take me from A to B, it's on their way. Or if somebody drive and be like, oh yeah, you know what? I could use some company to stay awake. No. Yeah. It's a no-go that I can never wrap my mind around, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. Ever since I've been driving, I never picked up anyone. There are times I felt bad, but I've seen enough horror movies to know that when I feel bad, those are usually the ones that are going to pull something on me. So I was like, well, everyone kind of has cell phones now, so they'll be all right. Like, they'll figure it out. Yeah, I mean, people ring your doorbell anymore. I don't even answer the door. Like, I'm like, if I don't know you, if you're going to leave something, leave it. Otherwise, it's not important.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like dude in shorts and a t-shirt rings your doorbell. It's like, yeah, I'm not answering that. I don't want to buy the leftover asphalt from the driveway you did down the street and redo my driveway or something.
Yeah.
So we have let's see here. So Poison was like about hitchhikers. He's like, if I pick up a hitchhiker, you're getting handcuffed and chained. He's got a plan.
Hey, don't threaten some folks with a good time, because that would probably get more attention than you want, actually.
Like, you're handcuffing me? Are they furry handcuffs or regular handcuffs?
They're padded, right? They're padded? Cool. Just as long as they're padded. They're padded, right? Yo, how big's that back seat?
And then we got Punty over here. Always check their hands for dental floss and never let them sit in the back seat if you're picking up hitchhikers.
Yeah, of which I responded back with, cool, so new fear unlocked. Thanks for that. Now I'm going to be nervous that people are freaking rocking dental floss and they're going to try and like garrot my neck. That's cool. That's thanks for that.
Never saw those self-defense videos where it's like, if you get in your car and somebody pops out of the back seat and they wrap something around your neck and you're supposed to recline the seat real quick, but then if you have power seats, it moves real slow.
Yeah, I saw the movies where people tried to do that and they had the powered seats and you're just like, that's embarrassing. Just watching this attempt is just really embarrassing. Yeah, but no, thanks for that. I appreciate that new nightmare fuel. That's it's great. It's great.
Yeah, so low budget filming. So has anybody ever watched the version of the minor leagues for wrestling? Has anybody ever watched that? Ever been to a show?
No.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm talking about not the minor leagues, but under the minor leagues.
I mean,
yeah.
I saw Micromania. Does that count?
Well, I don't know. So I'll say this. Back in the 80s, 90s, my dad was really into wrestling and stuff like that. And I would watch it with them. That's when, we got along. And when I was real, real small. So they had these kind of like local events that would happen, especially like in the South or in the Midwest or whatever. And these guys, which I'm not sure if Hulk Hogan was involved in this. I know he came from like a local area that would do it. But this is not the backyard stuff that you see the kids doing now on TikTok or whatever. But they would actually cut open, like they would have, oh, he got busted in the head with a chair or whatever, or they would come out with, weapons or whatever and fake like they hit and everything. But these guys would literally have like thumb cuff things where they actually had razor blades on them, and they would actually go and cut their head. That was real. Um, you
Yeah,
could really
bladed.
you could really get a broken bone and stuff like that. And that's the thing that happened in Texas Chainsaw. Some of this stuff was real, like the skeleton and opening was real. Him actually cutting his hand and stuff like that, that was real. Like, can you imagine doing that to yourself?
Nah.
Nah, you wouldn't do that. You're fine with the fake blood.
Yeah, I mean it's sticky and all, but yeah, it's not gonna sting. It's like I'm not cutting myself open with a razor blade on purpose. Like, yeah, shaving accident, okay, put the little piece of tissue, whatever kind of deal. But all right, you got to really sell this part. All right, take that knife and drag it across your hand. How much am I getting for this? What? Do I have my tetanus shot? No. No,
Exactly.
I'm not cutting myself open.
You're gonna pay me really good? Okay, maybe I'll consider it. But we gotta be talking some pretty good money.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they would have got royalties, they would have been making out now.
Well, yeah. But I mean, Larry Cat was paid in weed, or at least they attempted to pay him in weed.
And he allegedly didn't take it.
Yes, he allegedly didn't take it.
Are you a cop? You have to unveil or reveal if you're a cop.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, but I mean the way he discussed it, because this came out of his own mouth. The way he discussed it, it kind of sounded like he didn't take it. Like he was like, "Wait a minute, I'm a poor guy trying to make a movie for money, and you offer me weed, and I don't know how to sell this stuff."
He could learn real fast, I'm guessing.
Yeah. That is true.
And he might have.
I wonder if the ounce price versus what they paid him would have been a better trade-off back then.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You're giving me 5 bricks of weed? What's the sell value on this? Sorry. All I can think of when I think of selling something like that is Better Off Dead.
Yeah.
When they're up on the top of the mountain, he's like, "This is pure snow. Do you recognize the sell value of something like this?" Sorry. Continue.
Oh man. No, but yeah, I can't imagine what some of those actors would go through. Like, yeah, I remember hearing about like the minor leagues of like the local wrestling stuff where that was more real than like the WWE F at that time kind of thing. But yeah, I'm not cutting myself open. I'm not intentionally breaking bones. I'm not, pulling out tufts of hair, although I have tufts of hair to pull out on my head. So yeah, no.
I mean, they have I think there's one called Game Changer World right now wrestling. It's a minor league one. They like wrestle at like Atlantic City and they travel, but like they have like death matches, they call them, where like they hit each other with light bulbs and they blade and barbed wire and tables and glass and just I just think thumbtacks, and it's just like, how do you get that glass out of your back? Like,
I don't know. Yeah, when I found out about that tape, I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say they some of them probably still have glass shards in their back. It's like, oh, my body absorbed it. I'm, part glass now, like 2% glass. So yeah.
Right class down. No, when I heard about that type of wrestling, I'm like, why would you do that? Like because they were barring those people from going into the major league because they wanted a pretty face or at least a clean looking face on TV that people could fall in love with and continue watching. And some of these guys had these scarred up faces, especially their foreheads. I'm like, why would you do that to yourself?
They could cover up some of that stuff with makeup, like if
No.
I'm assuming some of them probably broke into the major leagues eventually, but yeah, it as long as they didn't get the scars on their face, but if they did, then they, a life of makeup covering up the scars, or maybe they grow their hair out because a lot of them grew their hair out to kind of, cover up the ripped ears or what should have been stitches on the side of their head kind of thing. So
it's harder to cover that stuff up now too, though, because like
Mhm.
if you go and you watch a 4K movie on a good TV, you see all the blemishes. Like I remember the first time we saw The Departed on a good Blu-ray and a good TV, and like you never realized how bad any of those guys' faces looked. But once they got like up close, even to DiCaprio's face, you saw his face and you're like, dear God, you look like you've been through a war. Like it was insane how many like little random pock marks, and you could see the messed up pores here and there. You're just like, dear Lord. Everyone, even Jack Nicholson looked bad, but he didn't look as bad as some of the other folks in there. Like you can't get away with it as much anymore. If you have the makeup on, it's really obvious.
Yeah.
So is the cutting worth it?
No.
I mean, women pay thousands of dollars in makeup every single year to cover up the littlest of perfection.
Yeah.
I can't imagine having to do makeup on somebody that's scarred. So yeah. All right, so let us move on to the fact that the one character is in a wheelchair.
Yeah, that's a big debate.
Franklin?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the debate I always see with him is like, do you feel bad that he died because he's in a wheelchair? And it's like, well, he was kind of a dick and annoying. So just because he's in a wheelchair doesn't mean you give him a hall pass, At least that's how I feel.
Yeah.
I mean, no, you go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No, you go for it.
No, I was going to say he kind of brought some of it on himself, at least in the fact that one, he's the one that wanted to go to the family's house. Like they were good going to the funeral and going back home. No, let's stop by Uncle whatever's property. Blah blah blah. Okay, so they go there, and then he gets pissed off that nobody helped him out the van. Which, that I guess that's them repaying him for being a dick or whatever kind of deal. But especially after him rolling down the hill earlier, maybe he should have thought about not going and having to get off the van or get out of the van until they get back home. But they run out the van, they go in the house. He's left to kind of get out of the van on his own kind of deal. And then he's all pissed off because they're having fun, and he's hurting himself, bumping into stuff, trying to get through doorways and whatnot. And then when him and his sister decide, okay, well, let's look for everybody, which I don't know why they waited until it got dark, but it is what it is. But she could have gone on her own. I mean, yeah, maybe he was a bit scared to be there by himself, not having the flashlight, although he's by the van with the headlights on and whatnot. But he could have let his sister go, but he insisted on, we both go. he made sure that she was pushing him, and if she's pushing him, he has to be in the front. So any danger is pretty much smack dab in his face. That's what winds up happening. So I wouldn't say he necessarily deserved it, but like I said, he kind of brought it in on himself, kind of deal. So, yeah.
Well, I'll jump in and definitely say that he absolutely deserved it because he was a prick. And he was such an unlikable dude. Like, yeah, you feel a little bad that like he's got some issues, obviously, as far as transportation goes, but he was a prick. And also the company you keep is not going to be a great situation for him in this anyways. Like none of them had a lot of brains to rub together and make any smarts anyways. Because again, like you said, yeah, let's go try and find someone in the dark and see if we can get this figured out and stuff. Like your friends aren't going to be around long enough to take care of you anyways. So you're in a bad situation to start off with. It doesn't help that you're an asshole. I don't know. I didn't feel bad about anyone dying in this. This is one of those movies where every time something stupid happened, I was like, you deserved it. You deserved this. You didn't see all those cars that were being stored next to the house and covered up a little bit to like try and pretend like there wasn't a used car dealership sitting right there next to the house. All those abandoned cars, you didn't see that and think like, oh, gee, maybe we should get out of here. Maybe that'd be a good idea. I don't know. Every single one of them, it just, like I said, I was channeling Fuzzy pretty hard on this movie because I was just like, God damn it! If you go into that house, oh, you done fucked up. You went into the house. Okay, if you go through that door, oh, son of a bitch. I was raging a little bit because it just, I mean, I get it. It was how those movies were back then. And I know when I go back and I watch like Friday the 13th, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with Halloween too. But I feel like this one triggers me in a different way because I feel like they're just even dumber. And I don't know how that's possible considering some of the characters that were in those movies.
Yeah. Yeah, spot on just like, yep, not really yelling at the screen, but there were a few moments like, don't go in there, who goes in somebody's house? Like, you say hello, is anybody home, and nobody answers yet? No, I'm not wandering in.
Went in, you saw all of those animals on the wall, and you didn't say, "Oh, I better GTFO."
Yeah.
That's on you. That's on you. Like if you go in there, you may as well assume that you're going to at least be leaving without a kidney or something. I don't know.
Wake up in a bathtub of ice.
Yeah, like when there's more stuffed animals or bones on the wall than the people that live there have teeth, that's a problem.
Are they really stuffed animals on the wall though?
I mean,
taxidermy, trophies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't call them trophies.
They call them
I'm an animal lover. So yeah, of course, you're going back to somebody else's comment. Where's that? Wasn't it significantly cheaper to use real bones and skulls than fake ones? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, they're all over the place, just sitting in the ground, not being used.
Not being used. The fuck is that?
That's a weird way to say that.
Yeah, they're in ground storage. They even talked about the grave robberies and stuff in the beginning of the movie.
No one's fucking the bones. They're free to use. Why not?
Oh, come on. They're just laying there. They're taking a rent. They're not paying their rent.
Not paying the rent. Better put these bones to work. What in the world?
No, but from what I remember hearing before, like when just from science class kind of thing, I remember hearing that, real skeletal remains are going to be cheaper than like the synthetic stuff because The real ones are usually donated for science or something like that. So it's like, oh, well, they get donations like that all the time for free. And then like the real skeletons made out of whatever plaster and whatnot. It's like, oh, well, that's $300, and this is like what, mid to late 80s or something like that. I can only imagine what they would go for these days. But yeah, free versus hundreds of dollars. Yeah.
We'll get to that comment in a minute. But yeah, so we're looking at Franklin being the annoying character, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to figure out. We definitely know that there's one couple, but is Sally with Jerry? That wasn't really defined.
If they weren't serious, there was probably the courting aspect.
Because
it seemed like they were kind of paired off, kind of thing. Because she was concerned more so for him than the other couple. So
yeah. So I'm just wondering, because Franklin goes into the house that, you know, he obviously can't go up the stairs, and they're all upstairs and everything, and he's having a little venting rampage about them being upstairs. And I'm just trying to think, you know, does this always happen in his life, or is he just a spoiled man child?
Probably spoiled man child.
He's like the third wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like you assume they're both couples, so he's just kind of along, and it's just poor guy.
Poor guy. Now we're back down to poor guy. He was annoying in the beginning. Now he's poor guy.
He's
so
just
yeah,
misunderstood.
Franklin's kind of up in the air.
No.
Nope. He's still.
No, he doesn't get a pass. He's an asshole. He may have a special chair. It doesn't make him a nicer guy.
Yeah. I think about the only the sad part for him was, you know, in the middle of peeing, he rolls down the hill. So, you know, he probably peed all on himself, rolling and tumbling out the chair.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but if you ever peed rolling down a hill, it's amazing. It's just like peeing while skiing down a mountain.
Very, very freeing moment.
Liberating.
Oh my God.
Best feel in the world.
Yeah, that's what
I'll go back to my corner.
But I would say I agree with Presto. He was the third wheel in the sense of the group, and you know, his big sister, I guess, was pretty much tasked to always keep after him or look out for him, kind of thing. But you know,
till Leatherface came in the woods, and she was just like, "Peace, get out of here."
It's like, yeah, well, Leatherface, it's your problem now.
All right. So, what was your favorite kill in this?
The hook scene.
The hook scene.
The hook, because it's like they don't show it, but you're convinced they show it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first guy getting whacked on the head and then having convulsions. Yeah. It's like, you knew not to go in there, and then you stumble in. You see, I mean, his last few moments, seeing a guy with like a weird skin mask kind of thing, and then hit the hammer and he's out, but his legs are like running away. Yeah, he was like the chicken with his head chopped off kind of deal. And it's like, oh, well, a couple more whacks, he'll stop tap dancing. So yeah.
But isn't that a direct death to the debate that they had with the Scar guy?
Yeah, kind of like, oh, well, that air gun, yeah, that's not the good way. The best way is with the hammer. You whack it multiple times. It's like that first whack, you know, just gets them, you know, all riled up, and then you whack them some more. It's like, yeah, for me that was the better death. Not that I want to see somebody get whacked with a hammer, but it's like, dude, you went into somebody's house, you get hit in the head with the hammer, and your legs tried to run. in the opposite direction while you were out cold. Yeah, yeah. That's very, very fitting, I guess. But yeah.
What about you, Presto?
My favorite kill, I already said it.
Oh,
Yeah, the
it's
hook.
Cypher that didn't say it.
Oh, sorry, I'm in agreement with Fuzzy. that kill was absolutely brutal. Yeah, fucked up, man. Like I feel like I've seen some pretty bad kills in some of these movies over the years, but that one stays with you a little bit.
Yeah.
That one's just, I don't know.
I definitely think by him getting hit over the head and then him shaking his legs like that, that definitely added another level to that kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jerry's kill was a little lackluster.
Why is that?
Compared to the first one, I mean, how do you compare the first one to even all of the other ones? I mean, it's direct with what the guy was saying before as far as the debate. And then you get to see Leatherface do his thing. And then you're witnessing later on who Leatherface was trained by, with Grandpa kind of trying to do the same thing to Sally. So it's like a theme with the family. It's like, okay, we're just gonna knock him on the head until, and you know, Leatherface is just he doesn't immediately hit him again. He kind of lets him shake a little bit, but not so much with Jerry.
Yeah, well, I think it was a matter of they were wheeled, or he was wheeled, and the potential to get away.
No, that's Franklin. Franklin was the chainsaw.
Yeah.
See, we're having a hard time figuring out which kill was Jerry.
Oh, Jerry was the what the heck? He was a hammer one too, wasn't he? I know the girl got grabbed, and then she was put on the hooks, and then wait, what the heck? I'm remembering. I guess Jerry's kill. What was Jerry's kill then? Remind me.
Insignificant.
Yeah, it really wasn't. As he turned around, he was struck in the head by Leatherface with a sledgehammer. That was it. Just one hit, and that was it.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's probably why.
Yeah, it's like his was not memorable enough. I mean, he gets
panned away really quick too, didn't it?
Yeah. Because right before then is when Pam, you know, Kurt's girlfriend, gets thrown into the freezer. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna just take you down, and I'm gonna throw you in the freezer." You know, but Jerry, he just gets a whack in the head, and you know, let's cut, and that's it. I'm like, what did Jerry do?
Maybe Jerry had to go somewhere that day, and so they had to cut the filming short or something.
Yeah.
True. I mean, I've with independent filmmaking, you know, you're not having that person. If that person is in like one or two scenes or whatever, you know, you don't have them there for the whole entire 7 or 10-day shoot or whatever, like you do the main characters. It's like, okay, you can show up for a day. That's cool. And you might only be there for 2 or 3 hours. And then you get to go home. So yeah, but I don't know. I think Jerry did something wrong. He's like, nope, you don't get a memorable death. We're just gonna cut real quick. You're dead. Just we all know you're dead.
Maybe it was more so for like the suspense aspect, since the girl was somewhat still alive in the freezer kind of deal. Maybe his whack in the head and not seeing a follow up. Oh, maybe when you know, the sister goes to look for him and stuff like that. You know, maybe at that point we'll see him again, and type of deal. I don't know. Maybe they left it open, or like you said,
No,
could have been
no,
cut short that he wasn't available for
no,
multiple days, but they kind of left it open to possibly revisit it, or
no.
maybe he asked for more money, or he wanted
Yeah,
weed
maybe
and
ask
money.
for more money or more weed.
Maybe he'd been an asshole and he showed up late for filming that day or something. They're like, you know what? We're going to give you a very undignified kill.
Mm. So
Maybe the guy hit on the director's girlfriend or something. He's like, motherfucker, I'm going to end you right now. You were supposed to be into this thing until like Act 3, but now I'm going to take you down a peg.
So I will say this, and Toby has already talked about this several times, but he as the director was a nightmare on the set. He was always yelling at people. He was always, belittling them and stuff like that
Sounds like
while
you.
they were shooting. Huh?
Sounds like you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, let me hit this little button here. No, but seriously, he's admitted. He's like, I'm not here to win friends or anything like that. I needed to get a job done. Everybody else was kind of new to this, but I already had been doing like 60 documentaries. So he's a little full of himself at this point.
Yep.
Um,
Just
but
like
yeah.
you.
Uh-huh. So by the end of the shoot, there were like 2 different camps. There was I absolutely hate his guts. I don't want to be here no more. And then there was I can deal with it. And then on top of that, he separated the family from the victims when, even during lunch and dinner. He was like,
That's
you
a
can't
great idea.
Sure, but that makes sense because like
Yeah.
you want them to not be very friendly on screen, right? Like you
Yeah.
want them to not have that sort of dynamic.
I think they did that with Pennywise. He
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. And it was awesome.
Well, yeah, when you have a director that's doing that and that's all they're doing, they're not creating any type of additional tension between them and you. It works out great because you have these 2 factions. But when you have these 2 factions that he set up, and then on top of that, he's kind of verbally abusing both factions. Come on now.
Yeah.
They could kind of come together out of,
Keeping his options open.
He's keeping his options.
He's just that's some hustle right there.
Yeah, definitely hustle right there. He's doing that. Plus on top of that, he's like, hey, I got a whole bunch of weed in my car.
He's playing good cop, bad cop. He's like,
like, do you really want
you guys are assholes, but I got some weed. I got some weed.
I mean, we don't have to pay you in cash, We can pay you in weed.
Yeah, it's off the books. Yeah.
What a
Don't
strange.
have to worry about taxes at that point. Yeah.
Yeah, this was a strange movie. Like, and then they had real skeletons. They had, a guy. I gotta get his name. They had another guy slicing his hand open. Yeah. This was definitely a strange movie.
It sounds to me like there was more than just marijuana on the scene.
Oh, I'm sure there was.
Homie's cutting his hand open. He's like, check this out. It's real blood. They're like, get away from me, dude. You're being weird.
And Marilyn Burns, who plays Sally, remember when she was being beaten by that broom and stuff like that while he's trying to get her in the burlap sack and everything? That was real. And that was 8 takes.
Screw that.
That was 8 takes.
No wonder why everyone was like, "This guy's an asshole." As a director, eight takes of this. Oh,
my God.
I don't think you hit her hard enough. Poke at her again.
She didn't sleep with him, so he was like, "I'll show her."
she's gonna be the second kill in the movie.
Uh-huh. Okay, so I'm not seeing. Okay, so maybe he's not. Oh, Hitchhiker. Hitchhiker is up there. Edwin Neal was the hitchhiker.
Mm-hmm.
Was he the dude cutting his
Yes.
hands? And yeah, he's got that type of vibe to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he was just playing himself.
Yeah. They're like, "Hey, we don't have a lot of money. That guy looks like he's hard up for some dimes. Pick him up."
It's like, "Yo, bro, you want to cut yourself?" "Do I ever?" All right.
He's like, "That's
I
just
got
a
my own
normal
razor blade."
Monday afternoon for me."
So you know what house he played in?
No.
He played in
Homeless and Wild.
No, he played in My Boyfriend's Back. Does anybody remember that one?
No.
No.
I don't know if I ever watched it, but I remember seeing the case for it.
Okay, so My Boyfriend's Back was kind of like a zombie movie that was supposed to be like a rom-com or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a teenage boy comes back from the dead because he's determined to win the most beautiful girl in school. He gets killed by a bully. And then he decides he's going to come back and go to prom with this girl. So yeah.
Yeah.
I respect the hustle.
Yeah, he was one of the henchmen in this.
He wants to get some of that strange. The zombie experience. That's what I was talking about. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's I don't know about you guys, but yeah, seeing that character in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, again, going back to the whole, I'm not picking anyone up ever. That whole situation with them, it's that whole thing like unraveled. It's like, nope. I'm good. Don't need that in my life. Messed up.
Mm-hmm.
So the old man or probably, I mean, they just called him old man in this.
Mm-hmm.
But he was the guy that was, trying to get Sally in the burlap sack. He's hitting her with the broomstick and everything. He also played in the second one. Now, has anybody watched the second one?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I think I have. I remember watching part of it.
Well, yeah, it's what you woke up to today when you fell asleep.
Yeah, I know.
The first one.
No, but I've seen that before.
Yeah, because I've watched it before.
Okay.
So yeah, he'll come downstairs and I'll be like, yeah, I'm getting something to eat, and then he'll see what's on the screen that I'm watching, and I'll be like, I've seen this before. I've seen parts of this, and then I'll go back upstairs. Very rarely, like not last. What was it? Tuesday night? I think it was either Tuesday night or Wednesday night. We had what is it? The Dead Don't Die. Yeah. And he's like, I think I've seen this before. I'm like, yes, you've watched this with me. Isn't this the one that the funeral director is the alien? I'm like, yes, that's the one. He's like, okay, we can watch this.
Yeah, because I'm more of the zombie movie fan. Like that's my thing. So any zombie movie, it's like, yeah, I'll stay for those. Like, I mean, there's a few other slashers and stuff that I'll stay for, but some of the ones you watch where it's like, oh, the vampires, especially Twilight. When you're watching Twilight, I'm like, I'm walk on by. Yeah, that's me.
Exactly.
What?
Twilight.
You're not missing a thing.
Twilight wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. It was worse.
What is y'all's obsession with Twilight?
What
There
is
is
your
no
obsession with
obsession.
Twilight is the
Was
question.
my dislike or my obsession with disliking bad movies? Great question. Great question.
Well, according to you, all the movies I watch are bad movies.
I mean,
Spade's
you
a
said
spade.
it. You said it, not me.
Was that Camp Massacre or something? And what was another one?
What was that?
There's-
Dead Breakfast? Oh wait, we haven't covered that one yet.
What, Dead and Breakfast?
Yeah,
Have y'all watched
Don't-
it?
don't want to
Yes.
spoil anything yet.
Crystal, you
well-
watched it yet?
Yeah, it's got to be one of the suckiest movies ever made. I blocked it out. I don't even want to review it. Like for the cast it had, it sucked. Like
Yeah.
I actually had high hopes for that one because I was like, this is Fee's favorite zombie movie. All
One of
right. No, you said it was your favorite when
No,
we.
I said it was
Yep,
one
yep.
of them.
All
I
right.
think it's my favorite. Dawn,
You said it was
Dawn
your
of the Dead
favorite.
is my favorite.
Okay, well,
Dawn of the Dead.
regardless, even being in one of your favorites, like I lost respect for you.
I mean, it did have a Scooby-Doo moment with the guy, trying to run away in the blood and slipping and sliding. But
Yeah.
that was about the most redeeming quality to it. But we'll get into that one another week.
Hopefully
Well,
not.
that's next week. So what I'm actually gonna do is, let me see. Cypher, do you still have that link?
Yes, I do.
You want to put it in the chat in case
Sure.
anybody wants to watch it beforehand. It's on YouTube, guys.
Sure. Yeah, let me pull it. Give me 1 second.
This way they can watch before we
And
view
suffer.
Oh my god.
Torture the audience? How dare you?
What?
I mean, just a heads up to everyone, it's not a good movie at all. Like, if you want to waste some time, watch it, but it is not good.
I mean, if you want to waste some time, just give me $5. I'll kick you in the balls and we'll call it even.
Yeah, that's
like we can make this a really easy transaction.
Guys, just remember, everybody, we haven't even gotten to the review yet next week, so I don't think they're gonna be holding back on me. I don't want to show up to that one. I might need the fans to help me out.
There's no helping you. It sucked. Like it's not good.
When the selling point was it's got Jeremy Sisto in it, I should have known that there was just no way that this was gonna. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it has other people in it.
Yeah, but that was the selling point you gave me. Should have trusted my gut after that.
No, but back to Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
Like I think this classic still holds up. Like the most recent one of memory that I watched that's in the series was the one with the bus kind of deal, and the I guess the capital gains people or whatever trying to buy up a lot of the properties, and the grandma not wanting to sell the property and such. But
that's the latest one.
Yeah, but this one as a classic, this has a lot of the tropes that you would expect, like the girl running in the woods and, like you said earlier, running into the trees as opposed to the open field
and falling
down and stuff. But yeah, if anything, it could be one of those that teaches you, if you're in an area you're unfamiliar, if you knock at the door, nobody answers, just don't go in. Go to the next house, or how about you get off of those people's property, especially when you see, animal heads and things like that on the wall, and realize, hey, they probably own rifles to go hunting. So what, you don't want to be trespassing and be the next wall trophy kind of thing. So, but I don't know.
I mean,
Lesson we can all learn.
they say it's based on a true story, and
Yeah.
it's based on that Ed Gein character who like was a farmer that basically I don't even think he really killed. He might only kill like one person. For the most part, he would dig up the people from the graves and then like skin them and wear their like I guess their skin. I think when his mom passed away, he did that. He like skinned her and like in the middle of the night he'd be like dancing in the moonlight naked wearing his mom's like breast and face over himself. And when police raided his house, that's when they found like lampshades made out of human skin, like a belt made out of human nipples,
Mhm.
a girl hanging upside down spread open with the insides cut out. Like he was a sick fuck that yeah, basically this movie was inspired by. And I think there's actually an Ed Gein movie out. I don't
Yes.
think it's as gory as like the stuff he does, but yeah, it's a pretty twisted dude that he did all
There's
this stuff in this small town.
there
Yeah.
yeah, but there's still some debate on him in reference to him actually killing anybody or if they just got him on the grave robbing because the a lot of the bodies and skin and all that other stuff, those people were actually already dead. He was grave robbing for years.
I think there
And
was one old woman he killed though.
yeah, that's where they I mean they got him on it, but people are still debating. I think there were two people. It was the old lady and somebody else that they actually got him on those murders. But the thing is that they it was shoddy evidence. You know, it wasn't like they could really connect it to him. So a lot of it was circumstantial. And to this day, people are still debating whether he actually killed anybody. But
I mean,
he,
regardless,
well, yeah. I mean, the
the
grave robbing was enough. That was totally enough.
Yeah, but how long can they hold you for that? Is that like a 20 to life kind of crime,
Oh,
or is that something?
no, grave robbing is a felony.
Okay.
It's a felony, and he had multiple counts. So he didn't just have one or two. He had like literally, I want to say almost 100 different grave robbing incidents that they actually had evidence on. Um, so that was enough to keep him in for a very long time. But like Presto said, the way he cut people down the middle, that was actually, how can I put it? That was actually something that was taken and used by several serial killers later. Those instructions, including the one that I can't remember the movie because they did a movie on it because they're real popular. When I was in college for one of my bachelor's degrees, I had to do a project on Muse, I think it was, not J Muse, not him, but not Jason Mewes, but there was another guy in Germany that actually killed somebody. He put an advertisement on. Remember when Google had like those chat rooms?
No,
You don't remember
that's
when they had the chat rooms
that's
or
some
anything?
old people stuff.
Okay, so back in it was 2006, I think it was around the early 2000s. Google actually had like these chat rooms, these chat groups, and you could go on and you could chat about certain subjects. And they had cannibalism and kidnapping people, which was, of course, not what Google had in mind. But nobody's really monitoring these chat rooms. So this was back in the day of forums, and he put an advertisement on Google. I found it because it was pretty easy to find it. So he goes and does this. He gets this guy to show up at his house. He puts him in a cage. And when he came out with the real knives, the guy was like, I don't want to do this anymore. and he lets him go. He let this guy go, and the guy never said anything until after Brandis, I think his last name was, after this guy who was very so self-loathing, he had severe mental illness. He wanted to be consumed because he didn't want any of his existence to be left on Earth. So he found Muse, and Muse is like, yeah, I'll eat you, no problem. None at all. So he gets this guy to come to his house, and they chatted for a bit, literally had sex. Nobody's below 21 on my thing right now. Had sex, because they were both gay, and then he proceeded to cut his genitalia off.
Mhm.
And
Wasn't that good?
apparently not.
or
But
maybe
then
he just wanted a souvenir.
Maybe he wanted
Yeah.
to save it for later.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Then
Freeze
he
it and use it
cooked
later.
it up. He cooked it up while the guy
Oh.
was bleeding out. And they both took bites of it.
Oh,
The guy ate his
Sweet.
own pecker.
Yeah.
Did he know his what?
Yes. That was the plan. They had worked
Oh my
out the
God.
whole plan.
He wanted his pecker cut off.
Yes.
And then fed to him. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then he puts him in the bathtub because, he doesn't want him bleeding out on his floor because, eventually, he might have some problems or whatever as far as cleaning everything up.
Did he grill it, boil it? What did he do? Fry it?
He fried it up. He actually fried it up and everything like that. They said it was tough. That's what he said.
Fried glizzy. Okay.
It's like a
wasn't it? It was hard. It was.
It's very chewy, apparently.
it's like a Freddy Krueger dick.
Oh God. Yeah, what's for dinner?
Everybody's learning so much about me.
What's for dinner? Just your Sean's. No worries.
So anyway, he winds up killing him.
What the
And everything, and he prepares the meat using Ed Keen's instructions of how to cut, as they call it, long pig, which is just another name for a human.
Mhm.
So he eats about 22 kilograms of it, because remember, we're in Germany.
Mhm.
And he's got a little bit left, and that's when the cops show up. And originally, this guy got under 5 years for doing
22 kilograms of what?
that. Of his meat.
That's
He
like
ate him.
that's like 50 pounds of meat.
I know. He ate him. He put
50
it in
pounds
his
of him.
freezer and ate him.
It's just things in life I'll never understand.
But it gets better. They gave this guy, I think, like 3 years or whatever, right?
I guess.
So-
I don't know.
So in Germany, like most of other countries, the prosecution can appeal. They can ask for a new trial. Unlike in the United States. So they ask for a new trial and they're granted a new trial. They get more time for this guy. And then he goes and kills his cellmate and starts nibbling on him.
Oh wow.
Sweet.
Yeah. You can't make this stuff up.
That's yeah. I don't know.
Imagine being the cellmate. Like, why are you licking your chops, dude? Get away from me. Oh, you're hungry? Yeah. No. Guards. Like, what?
Well, it's
the hell?
probably one of those things too where it happened like when the person was asleep and like wakes up to the dude like nibbling on his toes and's like, "Oh, that's kinky," and then he takes a bite and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh man.
Yeah, he's not getting a cellmate for a while.
No.
But but yeah, I mean the guy that he originally the first guy that he killed and stuff like that, he had some severe mental illness. He actually used to, before he hooked up with Muse, he actually would pay prostitutes to harm him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean it was all like both of them just met and it was just kind of love at first sight, I guess.
Hmm.
Like, you
Love
need
at
this
first
and I
bite.
need this. Yeah, love at first bite.
Yeah, all thanks to Google.
Yes, all thanks to Google.
Thanks,
Yeah, I
Google.
mean, and it wasn't that long of an advertisement. It literally was just like, hey, interested in killing and eating somebody. If you're interested, that was it.
Uh, that was their version of Netflix and chill. Gotcha.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, the victim had a much longer, hey, I don't want to exist anymore and blah, 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 blah. I mean, he had a long, drawn out thing, but Muse, no, he was just to the point. He's like, I want to eat somebody. You up for it. But he let the first guy go.
It's almost like with Dahmer, where he didn't let the first guy go, but one of the guys escaped, and then they gave him back on the thing. So,
I feel like that'd be seeing a horror movie. Like they take her and then give her back to you, Fuzz. But like,
Oh, sweet Jesus, Punty. I don't know
Yeah,
if you saw that in the chat.
Yeah, because I'm going to make them watch Dead and Breakfast and Summer Camp Massacre.
No, you already made me watch Dead and Breakfast. You can't make me watch it again. That's not happening.
that movie was so bad I don't even eat breakfast anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is the guy. Yeah. Yep, that was the guy.
Oh man.
Armin, I think it is, or Armin's. And then, what was it? The German dude wasn't a violent man; he was just hungry.
He just wanted some bratwurst, blood sausage, blood sausage. Everyone,
Sausage feast.
And the thing is, I think he was actually a chef at one time.
makes so much more sense then. He's like, I've had this Wiener Schnitzel, and I'd like to have it again, but this time I have it fried.
Oh,
Yeah, because I remember seeing pictures of him in like a chef's hat and jacket and stuff. But yeah,
What the fuck?
you know what? That would be an awesome new serial killer series where just have some psycho wearing a chef's hat and walking around with a butcher knife or meat cleaver kind of thing. Yeah. You don't need to be a clown anymore. You don't need to be a zombie. Just a random psycho killer with a chef's hat. Okay.
yes. So yes, Hudson Hawk, I love that one too, and Ford Fairlane, I love that one too.
Oh,
Hey,
I mean,
Punty's the one who's saying it's good.
he says it's 40 times better, but that's, I mean, that's, I don't know.
I think everybody went through a Bruce Willis, fandom phase. I mean, he was pretty much in every movie in the 80s.
Oh yeah,
it seems so.
oh yeah. What was his bucket from Ford Fairlane? I forget the dude's name.
Oh, Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah, I don't think I ever had that phase.
No. Well, he was only in he was only in a couple of movies because he was also in
There
Casual
was a
Sex.
reason.
And then he was mainly stand-up trying to break into the movies, and then he kind of got canceled. He said something that people didn't like, and then people were dropping him.
Yeah, he showed up like 10 years ago again, I think it was. He was
Yes.
trying to do some stand-up stuff. It was like homeless YouTube on the street, and he was trying to do comedy with people, and people were not having it like at all. And it was painful to watch because you're just like, dude, no one wants to talk to you about this. Like,
Yeah.
camera may be running, but maybe we should turn off the camera. Maybe just
I mean, his comedy was at the time, it was acceptable.
At the time.
Yeah,
At the
That's
time.
the keyword. At the time.
At the time, I admit, I watched them.
People
I
like
thought it was
Harvey
funny.
Weinstein were accepted to do what they were doing at the time.
Well, no,
Yeah.
that was never acceptable what they
Well,
did.
Well, it
By a
happened. Let's
certain
just
group of
say
people.
Casting Couch existed, and
Oh boy.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it may not have been accepted, but unfortunately, people
No,
turn a blind
Weinstein.
eye. And
No, Weinstein did above. Weinstein literally did above the casting couch stuff. He
oh yeah,
did so much more than the casting couch. But Andrew
I'm
Dice,
just being nice, using that as a general term, not going into specifics.
Yeah.
Or like
no, you can't lump him in the category of well, it was acceptable at that time. No, none of what he did was acceptable. What I'm saying is about Andrew Dice Clay. Andrew Dice Clay was actually a nice guy. He was not his comedy. His comedy at the time was, put her back in the kitchen, all kinds of other stuff. He didn't promote violence. He just was the stereotypes, and I get that. And at the time it was funny because that's what I saw on the TV. I was a young impressionable child, if you could ever imagine that. But I don't think he should have been canceled because of that, because you had Rodney Dangerfield, you had a whole bunch of other, Sam Kinison doing that, but they singled out Andrew Dice Clay for it.
I think it's because he wasn't willing to change or update his.
Well, Sam
routine.
Kinison died, so we can't blame him.
No, but Sam Kinison towards the end did change up his stuff a little.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
You got to adjust to your audience to some extent.
True.
Exactly. You have to read the room before you throw stuff like that out there.
Yeah. But I mean, he tried recently and it didn't work out for him. I don't know what he's doing now, but there were others that messed up. Andrew Dice so Poison is asking who got canceled and for what. We're talking about Andrew Dice Clay. He was just Crispy Rainbow. Andrew Dice Clay was just overly vulgar. I didn't find him funny at all. There was more swearing than jokes. Well, yeah, that is true. And he had the nursery rhymes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. When your sentence structure proceeds to be like normal word, swear word, normal word, swear word, and it's just back and forth, it's really hard to enjoy that for too long. It can be funny. But in general, like, it kind of feels like it wears on you real fast.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's, like I said, he didn't last very long in the circuit. And everything. So, but I also see people like Matt Rife, kind of questionable right now on where they're going to land.
Yeah. He dropped some interesting ones on the live show we went and saw with him. I was thinking, man, I forget that, because we live in this era now, right, where all you see is bits and pieces of people stand up, and you only see the good stuff. That's what stays to the top. And so, like, you go into the show expecting that it's going to all be the bangers, and then you get in there, and some of the jokes you're like, ooh, man. Like you may be testing this one out to see how the waters are, but ooh.
But sometimes he throws jokes in there that okay, so a lot of people like Matt Rife, and you have a lot of people from different spectrums that like him, different groups and everything. But when you go to his show, sometimes he slips things in there that I think one faction is hoping he's just making up a joke and stuff like that. And another faction is literally reading between the lines and saying, yeah, he did that. And looking over and saying, and looking at somebody like that's looking questionable. Did he really do that? And you're like, you want to scream at them. Yeah, that sounds like he would do that.
Yeah.
Because I know there was a part at a show we went to where he was talking about going to a legal brothel where they had trans people.
Uh-huh.
And he was entertained by a trans person. And I
Yep.
don't think some people in the audience got that that's actually legitimate. He would do something like that.
Yeah, he threw some stuff in here and there where you're like, oh, he's making a joke, but then as the joke continues, you're like, oh, this is not just some story he made up. There's some truth. Some of it plays, but not all of it.
Yeah, but his jokes are not jokes. His jokes are stories that he makes. He says them in a funny way that makes people laugh.
Yeah.
Or he pokes fun at his audience.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Crowd work is a big one for him.
Yeah. So it's like, he's telling real stories just in a funny storytelling way, right, people? And I'm not trying to get this guy canceled. I'm not. No. But because I think he's funny. But he did make one joke in his stand-up comedy on TV on a Netflix special that really upset a lot of people. And I thought it was funny. And I used to be a counselor for that. Because you sometimes have to laugh at the hard stuff. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you're going to go insane. Right?
Yeah. But the drawback these days. Yeah. The drawbacks these days, some people, I won't say can't take a joke, but it's like they're looking for something to not be happy about or happy with what you say, or some things are a bit more sensitive than others may see. It just feels like a weird time for comedy, like especially if you're trying to do like current event stuff, because then you got some people that are going to be upset about some of the direction you take, and it's not like George Carlin days. It's not like Eddie Murphy days or even Richard Pryor days. Like it feels like either comedy is being censored or comedy is being, I wouldn't say exploited, but like, made into the bad guy to some extent, unless it's a certain type of comedy, because then, it's
Gilbert
acceptable.
Godfrey. Remember Gilbert Godfrey?
Yeah. And the joke he got canceled for, I apologize to anybody from, Japan, but at the time, I know I laughed out loud hearing it, even though it was during a tragic period. And I can understand that, but then I've heard worse things come from other people's mouths, and it's like, it's not that same energy. So I get those that were upset with him. I don't think that should have been the end of his career, whether it be the Aflac duck or otherwise. But then again, there are others that probably should have been canceled on equally bad or worse things that weren't or still relevant supposedly today, type of thing. So it's I don't know. I almost, without getting too much on a side tangent, I almost feel like we've lost empathy or the ability to see things from other people's perspectives, or if
Yep.
we, instead of trying to see things from other people's perspectives, it's like, oh no, it's that's wrong, and you're wrong for thinking that or saying that. And it's
Yeah.
I don't know. I get it. Like, yeah, because there are things that rub me the wrong way that, you know, some people would probably like that type of thing. But yeah, I don't know. I think we as a society need, I won't say relax, but we need to take a step back and kind of remember that we're all human and just kind of roll with that. I don't know. I'm probably being long-winded now. Lighter subject. How about those grandpa with the hammer and constantly dropping it in the bucket?
Well, no, we got another one that's your favorite. So, The Fifth Element.
Mhm.
But I never admitted it in public. Oh, come on. Fifth Element was good. Doesn't
Yeah.
everybody agree on that one?
I've
Monkey
never seen
Pass.
it.
Never. Well, okay. Cypher, you've never seen
You're
Fifth
welcome.
Element.
You're welcome.
It's if you're looking for kind of a silly sci-fi movie, it fits the bill, and it has a lot of sci-fi stuff that we all hope and dream at some. Well, some of it we hope and dream happens, but some of it it's like it's already happening where you'll get like a fine in the mail or in like a spam box for a ticket that your license expired, and yeah, I don't know. It's just watch it. It's one of Bruce Willis's good movies. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I mean,
it is
you
a
know,
good one.
Yeah,
it does have some things that have happened already in it. I know that because I saw that Chris Rock's in it, or not Chris Rock,
Chris Tucker.
Chris
Yeah.
Tucker. My bad.
Mhm.
Has Chris Tucker in it, and he's annoying. And that wasn't even something that I had to wait for in the future. He was already annoying at that point. So, yeah.
All right, Cypher has homework.
Please give me better homework than that.
I want to report on The Fifth Element.
Better than the Dead and Breakfast. So
Yes, by a country mile. Like, yeah, it's.
Wow.
I
Okay.
think of a good equivalent. Like, it's. Think of if, like, did you play? You've played Cyberpunk 2077, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Think
So
of
it's
it-
like an old version of the future.
Yeah, it's like an old version of the future with more comedy in it. I mean, there's some seriousness in it, and the evil guy. I loved him in what was that? The Professional. I think that's what that was called. But yeah, it's a good movie with a lot of comedic elements, but it's sci-fi through and through, like the good kind of sci-fi from that time period without having to do a lot of special effects kind of stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, it's worth the watch.
And the singer, the singer in that one, when they get to Folsom Paradise and they're on the ship, and the opera singer that comes out, she's blue. That's all I can say. That's actually her voice. There was no alteration to that whatsoever. That's how she can sing. It is just so unique. They're like, yeah, we're gonna put some audio in this. We're gonna do this tuning thing. She's like, no, you don't need to do any of that. I've never heard anybody's voice like that before. Never.
Mhm.
So I mean, that was just one highlight to it. That was very unexpected to have somebody of that talent, musical talent in. So there's some little surprises in there. Yeah, it is a little cheesy towards the end.
Yeah.
But there were some really great visuals. The action was really good in that. The comedy, the little quips and stuff like that, they were really good. Yeah, so
It's worth a watch.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
If Fuzzy's saying it's okay and Presto's saying it's okay,
yeah, it's a safe one.
It's
It's
got
a staple.
Paul Anderson's wife though, and she's an intolerable person generally. So, so I'll just dude, she has the acting chops of a piece of fucking cardboard. I've seen cardboard boxes from a Totino's pizza that had more personality.
Well, I mean, most of the time she's doing like all the action and stuff like that. Like,
No, but I don't mean in that movie. I mean in life in general, like Resident Evil, anything she's ever been in. She looks like she's got the mouth breather syndrome, something fierce. Like that woman is just.
But she
lights are on.
Well, they play kind of into that to some extent.
Exactly. Like all of her movies, like she's never in a dramatic role where she has to, cry or anything like that. She is 100%. All of her movies are action. I don't think she's ever played anything outside of action. I mean, even her horror movies are all action. And in this one, she doesn't really talk that much. In The Fifth Element.
Probably for the best.
Yeah,
Sanchez,
she doesn't really have any lines.
I agree with Sanchez. He says, I only like sophisticated psychological movies. Yes. Well, I like some dumb stuff too, but.
Yeah, Silent gets homework on a Friday. Yes, he does. There you go.
Fair. That's fair. I'll take it.
But he has a week to do it, though.
A week to do it? We're not watching it next week.
No, but I'm gonna at least ask.
It's not like, yeah, and I'll just be like, yeah, I totally watched it.
And then I start quizzing him.
and then you'll be like, oh yeah, well, what happened here? And I'll be like, all right, Chat GPT, what happened? Two can play at this game. Yeah.
Just remember, multipass.
Chicken. I like the one she says, chicken.
You're not selling it.
I'm not selling it.
Sounds like I'm experiencing the tweakers standing in front of Wally World down the street. Like that's not selling it.
Well, everybody.
I can go see it live just right down the street.
I mean, I think we just went over how many lines she has in the movie, so everything else is pretty much gibberish.
Well, yeah, and that dumb look on her face, always.
Well, this time she went with confused.
I mean, it's all the same. She's just like oh god, what's that one from the Stepford Wives? What was the name of that actress? The blonde?
Oh my god, I can't remember.
She was in
Nicole Kidman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A woman that looks like she's had so much Botox done to her face that if she makes an actual expression, her face is gonna rip open. That's kind of the same thing that you get from Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, I mean, I saw her in one movie before. It was actually in Australia where she's from. She's like either Australian or New Zealand or whatever. BMX Bandits. That was like her introduction, Nicole Kidman's introduction. And from there she was able to get so many more roles and stuff. But I've never really seen her in kind of like not that pushed back kind of narrow face since that movie when she did it as a teenager. She has a very narrow face.
Narrow face. My goodness.
It's narrow.
You guys say I'm being critical. My goodness.
I never said it wasn't a nice face. I just said
I was just saying she had a goofy look on her face, and you're like the structure of her face.
It's part of it. It's part of her. Her face is very narrow. It's very long. She has kind of like this oval
type
shape.
Yeah.
I didn't say
Like
it
she's
wasn't attractive or anything. I just said that that's the shape of her face, and
yeah,
it does, contribute to her ability to get roles. That's all I can
yeah,
say.
and it makes sense when she saunters over and drinks at the trough. It's yeah.
See, I didn't go that far.
I swear I heard you say that, but
No.
neither here nor there.
Hmm.
Oh, now somebody's bringing up Michelle Pfeiffer. All right.
Catwoman, hands off, buddy.
Let's not be too wild here, okay? Michelle Pfeiffer.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry, I feel like I've led us astray a little.
So we're gonna get back because we're gonna do final impressions. Because we got like 9 minutes before it's 8 o'clock, and I know Prester's probably hungry. Cypher's probably hungry.
What about me? I'm hungry.
Watching
Oh, you're
Yeah.
hungry too? Yeah, and I'm about to tear one of these closets apart.
I'm about to go raid some
Raid the
cemeteries and get some bones.
All right, do not say we're gonna raid some cemeteries because I'm gonna be down for that.
What? No, we're not committing felonies in cemeteries. Like I know you're against cemeteries because that's where the zombies will come from, but no.
I gotta take them out before they become zombies.
You might start the zombie apocalypse by digging them up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, see, so Fuzzy is my moral compass sometimes. Just letting y'all know that.
Oh, we knew. We knew this. Fuzzy's like, fuck this. I'd rather stay home and play video games than go to the graveyard. He is the voice of common sense.
I think Fuzzy's kept me out of jail a few times over the years.
Yeah, probably.
Sounds right.
All right. Final impressions. Who wants to go first? Not me.
Oh, really? Well, I'll kick it off. And I'll give a review as well, like my overall review. Final impressions. This is a classic that probably contributed to a lot of the movies of today, as far as what we see and some of the tropes and things. Probably the best one in the series, I would say. But it does have the fuzzy frustrated fuzzy moments where it's like, don't pick up the hitchhiker, don't go into somebody's house if they didn't answer the door, like all the classic stuff where it's like you yell at the screen, you eat your popcorn, and you continue to enjoy the movie. But yeah, I give this one a solid 7.5. I probably should give it higher, but there's parts of me that's like, yeah, they all deserve to die and kind of thing. But it's like, yeah, this is well worth a watch. This is the one that you want to kind of have in your introduction to horror, collection kind of deal. But I enjoyed it, although I've only watched it like 3 or 4 times. Hence why, after being exhausted from filming in the middle of Jersey area or Cherry Hill, I wound up falling asleep on it due to its slow start. It's just me sitting still, not eating the popcorn fast enough, I guess. But yeah, solid 7.5. Pretty sure many will give it a higher score, but 7.5 means it's worth the watch. Definitely recommend. Everybody should see it.
So we do have one guest so far. I don't know if we're gonna get any more, but somebody said here come the 7s, but I think Fee's gonna go with an 8. All right, Cypher Presto, who's up?
I'll go. Well, he's right. I give it a 7.4. Kind of same with IMDb. The only reason I didn't give it a higher is, I guess, just being a little younger than some other people in this chat. or group, I should say. Sometimes watching older dated movies are a little rough for me. They could be a little boring, but this one wasn't super boring or anything, but just it felt dated. So, but it's a classic. So I would give it a 7.4. Recommend it, obviously, if no one's seen it. I feel like if you're getting into horror, you kind of got to watch like Friday 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Michael Myers, Texas Chainsaw. Like, kind of watch one of each, just kind of see which one you like. If you like them all, they all offer something a little different. I suggest watching an original one and then maybe a newer one just to see how much they changed and evolved, and make your own opinion from there.
All right, Cypher.
All right.
Oh, here's
Well-
here's the guess. Definitely
Okay.
6.5.
Oh, wow. You're wrong. No, I would say, the like Presto said, the pacing on this, given as it was different time, it definitely does feel a little bit slow in some areas, but that's just, again, that's what it was at that time. More than anything, I feel like the characters in this thing just drove me out of the freaking roof. I like I said, had a lot of fuzzy moments of furious annoyance at the characters and just wanting to be like, you idiot, why did you go into the house, why did you do that? And it didn't ratchet the tension or scare me as much as it just annoyed me. Because I couldn't get on board with the characters whatsoever because of the decisions made. That being said, I would probably drop it right around a 6. It's okay. It's streamable everywhere. You can see it, make up your mind on it. Obviously, I'm the outlier on this one at a 6, but yeah, just didn't really stick with me. Not a big fan of the characters. Not a big fan of the bad guy. Just, I don't know. It's all right.
All right.
All
So
right, where's your 11?
we got me sitting at and between an 8, and Presto says 9.7.
I think you got a 11. 11 out of 10. He gave me everything.
We're gonna stay on the 1 through 10.
Or
Okay.
this is one
fail.
she's gonna be like 4.3.
No.
No.
Amazing.
So this is what I'm gonna say. This was one of my first horror movies, horror movie series. Of course, Halloween was the first. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre was pretty much around the same time as Freddy, but Freddy was my brother's, really. So this was mine. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a 10 because
Jesus
Absolutely perfect.
absolutely
Like, you want to change a thing in this movie
no, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay.
because you suck.
This isn't anything like Dead and Breakfast, and you gave it a 10? How?
It is a 10 because this is the starting point for real serial killer type kills in all other movies. Okay? So this is 1974. Now, I didn't watch it in 1974, but this is 1974. This is before Halloween. This is before Freddy. This is before Scream. This is before everything.
Well, not everything.
That doesn't make it better.
But yes, it does.
It just means I got there
original.
first.
This is the original.
I could kick someone in the knee while we're running down a field, and just because I got there first doesn't mean I was better. Just means I was
It also did all of the tropes too. It did the falling down girl, which Friday the 13th did that how many times? Like, this is where everybody that did all of the future series, all the future horror movies, this is where this stuff came from. You know, how can
That's
you not give it
awesome.
a 10? The plot doesn't matter. We know the plot is simple. That's a cornerstone of horror. Simple plot. Lots of loopholes.
Mhm.
But this one was contained, though. It didn't have that many plot holes because it was not even a whole entire day. It wasn't even a whole big cast. It was very micro, but it also spoke to what was happening in the times. People were going missing because they just came up with an outlandish way of portraying that story. You know, even though we know it was the truckers at the time that were killing people. But I'm just saying. You were on the highway in a remote location, it was probably a trucker or somebody that was, you know, picking up hitchhikers that were streaming, you know, like kind of roaming the area for that, like the
Yeah,
I-9 killer and stuff like that.
yeah, but the
Or
trucker was the
I-77.
hero in this one.
What?
Well, or was the attempted hero in this one?
Who?
The trucker.
Well, yeah. In this one, he's, you know, but it's because it's an outlandish story about a family that lives in a local area that these kids wander into, and they have this plot to feed themselves through cannibalism because it's a devastated area, which was happening in the 70s and 80s.
Poison
Mhm.
understands.
Yep.
Poison understands. He says, suddenly plot holes are okay now and get a pass. Pretty consistent. Yep.
On with the original, yes.
Big
On
fucking
the original, yes. Otherwise, you got to
Zach.
up your game.
Exactly. Yep. Nope. It's totally okay now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah, plot holes
Don't
don't
pay
affect movies
attention to
prior
any
to
of
the
that
editing,
shit
but
that happened.
yeah.
It's totally okay now.
y'all do realize I'm
Throw
setting
some,
myself
throw
up.
some, throw some duct tape on that motherfucker and call it a day. Sweet jumping Jiminy Christmas. You're the reason I got a drink after this.
You know, Fuzzy, I'm setting myself up, right?
Yeah. Well, you did it to yourself. It's like,
I'm gonna make this movie, and they're all gonna be like, "Oh, plot hole one."
Yeah,
We
I'm just
have a
gonna
4-hour special.
I'm gonna start taking notes of all the plot holes in every one of your films now. I feel it's my job, my duty moving forward.
You might as well just make a movie called Plot Holes or something. Just
Right?
just get it out of the way.
It'd be the sequel to Disney's Holes. And we'll even get Shia LaBeouf. It'll be amazing.
There you go. Making rules as we go, huh? Best I got is Scotch tape.
Yep. Pull out that fucking duct tape. Cover it over. No hole anymore. Just a bump.
All right, so we're gonna wrap it up. Before they have any other ideas. So, number one, if you guys noticed, I am like we are interviewing people and stuff like that. If you know of anybody that you think, hey, we're in movies, I'm a production assistant, I'm cool with that. I'm an agent, I'm cool with that. It does not have to be like a director or an actor or whatever. We take interviews for all types. And then if anybody ever wants to guest on the show when we do these reviews and stuff like that, send me your email. Right? Yeah, they like to make fun of me. You can make fun of me too. It's fine. maybe I'll get some support.
Man. I don't know.
A 10?
A
Not a
10.
7.5. A 10.
I'll give you some drywall so you can just lean against it and get some support.
All right. So, Cypher, what are you going to be doing this week? Where are you going to be?
Well, after this, I'm going to be drinking and forgetting the last hour and a half of what just happened. No, I'll hopefully be playing some video games. I don't have podcast stuff this weekend, and I'm pretty off the grid this weekend, I think, because I got a bunch of stuff I got to do around the house, lots of projects, and little time before the temperature finally changes. But of course, as always, you guys can find me on social media, Silent Cypher, on pretty much everything except for Twitter. You won't catch me on Wednesday's Xbox International for a minute still, because we're kind of all just in a bad spot where we're all busy and we have kind of a little bit of a hiatus going. I think Louis still doing some stuff, but he's still doing his morning shows, so feel free to stop by, give him a whole bunch of shit in the mornings, and say that Cypher sent you. Besides that, you catch me every other Friday morning, still on Breakfast with Boom, hanging out with Fuzzy, Cork, and Crispy, or whoever else decides to join, and Fuzzy, of course.
Yeah.
All right. So, Fuzzy, what are you going to be doing?
Much like Cypher, playing some video games. We're wrapping up some of the around the house projects, so it's like, yeah, I can go back to relaxing a little bit. But yeah, for the most part, people can find me on social media. Just do a search for Fuzzy Belvedere. You can find me, and then the multitude of podcasts I do. You can find me on Double Barrel Gaming on Monday afternoons and Friday mornings, as well as you can find me on Fun Speculations channel. Shout out to Mav in the chat on Thursdays. Missed it yesterday because we were filming in the middle of Cherry Hill last minute, thanks to Fee. But other than that, if I'm not on social media or playing games, I'm probably with Fee doing something movie related, either going to the movies or being in a movie, or hopefully by this time next year filming our own little short movies or independent film deals and stuff. So
All right. So, yeah, somebody said there, was it Rashawn? Said that he'll back me up if he gets a hug from Fuzzy. So yeah, Presto, what are you gonna be doing this week? Any more concerts?
Next week we actually got System of a Down and Korn.
Oh, nice.
They're only playing 6 shows this year, and they're playing New Jersey, Chicago, and Canada. So, and the show sold out, so they just added a second date. So, pretty pumped for that. But like everyone else, kind of just trying to lay low this weekend and catch up on some housework and house stuff because, yeah, I got the good news. Me and the wife were going out to California in October, and we're going to tour the Scream house, Stu's house. So that's a bucket list of mine. So I am super pumped for that.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's about it.
All right. So, let's see. So if anybody remembers, The Conjuring: Last Rites is going to come out. We have our tickets for, I think, September 8th. I think it was either September 7th or September 8th. But it comes out September 5th. So if anybody's looking, I think the reason why they're talking about it's the last or whatever is because this story is supposed to be the one where they were contemplating retiring at the time because it was such an extreme case that they had to deal with. So everybody, critics are already saying it's great and stuff like that, but of course they say that about a lot of stuff and everything. Me and Fuzzy were in a music video last Saturday. So for Suicide Puppets, so if anybody knows about the Suicide Puppets or whatever, I believe they are doing a show in October, at the end of October. But
They're
that
also doing a
new,
name change as well because
yes,
of the
yes,
S word. Yeah.
yes. So they're gonna have a new name and new music. But check that out. It should be coming out soon. If you follow them or if you've never heard of them, go ahead and check it out. Um, they are heavy metal, so if that's your thing and everything. We do have this September thing coming up as well with Crimson Harvest, and I was told I'm not allowed to do anything past unless it's our own stuff because Fuzzy is tired. He wants to play video games.
Hell yeah.
So wait. The podcast that you were supposed to be on last night, which one was that?
That was with Mav on Fun Speculations channel last night.
Okay, so Mav I think is still. I don't know if Mav is still on or not, but sorry.
He's very angry.
Sorry, we got a late start and Fuzzy decided to be in it the last minute. He likes to chaperone me. He said Chris was supposed to chaperone me, but then he showed up anyway and he wanted to chaperone me. So yeah.
It's because he values not sleeping on the couch.
No, I think I value not sleeping on the couch in that case. But besides that, you guys can catch me out on Blue Sky. Pretty much if you put Ferocious Feet in, you're gonna get my Instagram, you're gonna get my Blue Sky, you're gonna get my Twitter, you're gonna get, because everything says Ferocious Feet, either Ferocious Feet or Ferocious Feet 78 or stuff like that. But yeah, Poison put my Blue Sky and my Instagram up. That's good. And everything. I think because of Facebook, you have to put my real name in. Yes, I have an IMDb as well. If you guys want to check it out, I only got one review, but the person that gave me a review gave me a 10. Thank you very much, whomever that was, because they don't tell you.
It was probably you. You made a burner account and
No,
gave
I
yourself
did
a
not
10.
make a burner account. I did not.
Okay.
So they rated our show too. Oh, and Fright Night with Ferocious Fee is also on IMDb. Put in Fright Night with Ferocious Fee. That way you'll get my you'll get everybody's like names to their IMDb's and stuff. But we have one review, and somebody said we were a 10.
Awesome. Greatly appreciate whoever did that.
Yes, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, and we're almost up to 200 for the YouTube.
Nice.
I mean, in a little over a year, that's pretty good, right?
Oh yeah.
Who knew that our pain of watching some of these really brutal movies would make people so happy? Yeah.
Doing
true.
Our part, so
doing the
they
Lord's work.
They don't have to waste their time.
Yep.
Oh, come on.
Your liver doesn't have to suffer. Just mine.
Whatever. You'll be fine. It's an experience. It's all good. All right, so bye everybody. We'll see you next week for Dead and Breakfast, where they ridicule me on my choices. Bye.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye.